one.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On second down, it's Cook. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll run for the first time with the former Bearcat, Mike Boone. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Mike Boone, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time at opening touchdown, so now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Barkley unable to get away on the first down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
The toss out to Barkley. And he's got Rome. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 76 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness? The burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They run. Cook trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey. You got 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Cousins now. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hey, Alpha! Mike's 50, Mike's 50!
Jones on first down, escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Benjamin. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing, Jones. Complete. It's Henry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Saquon Barkley, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, dude, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the run. Get it.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On second down now, it's Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Gun.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught. Mitchell. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
31's the mic.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And it's complete to Mitchell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
31's the mic. 31's the mic. Watch the 50. 31's the mic. Watch twist, watch twist. Gun.
On first and 10, Cousins. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on second and 5. Throwing is Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline. And
Cook stripped. The ball's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Hey, Foxtrot. On the shoot.
Jones now throwing again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He may try and run for this. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
50's the mark. Hey, Orbit. Yo, snap.
From the gun, Jones. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ben Gideon able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Rosa's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Check 9. Check 9. Hey, Ken. Where's your hot?
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Diggs has it. That one good for 26 and a first down. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Jahan, ready? Hey, Steamer. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch. Go.
Cousins now from the 50. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Watch the pass.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Cook following the penalty. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Check curls. 31's the mic. I got you, son. 30.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing, Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Bailey's kick is good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Barkley. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Off the bootleg, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Zebra. Hey, Delta. 93's the mic, 93's the mic. I'm trying to collect. Check.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Come on, dude. Yellow. 54. Mike 54. Hey, watch the slant.
Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 15-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Hey, we got four down. Hey, no, easy.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dexter Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Second down and goal.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Four down, check, four down. Hey, Steve 6. That's a run. They're running it.
Here's Cousins. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
31's the mic. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 31's the mic. Let's go, T. Let's go. Hey, we're good. 31's the mic.
Third and goal for Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr., his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel that
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Jones. Flush to his right. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Mike spot. Exit. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch out.
First down, here's the run with Cook. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Cousins. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game. Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it. And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the fourth down. They'll run with Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Now.
He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Yo, go, go. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Yo.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down. Near the 5.
They'll take over 1st and 10. Their own 5-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Minnesota, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss drops them back to